Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, greetings. This is Nisa. Welcome all my friends and followers and family to Crucian Kitchen Creations. Please forgive my voice and the fact that I'm not on camera. It's been a long week. So Thanksgiving is around the corner. Just a reminder to people that pound salt seasoning is something that you could certainly spice up your turkey and dishes with. It is herb based. But what I really wanted to talk to you about was a Thanksgiving dessert, as well as a little bit of history. And I found this book called The Cooking of Scandinavia. So, of course, I had to pick it up because those are our roots. We were colonized under those 7 different flags, but the one who stayed the longest in terms of the European flag were the Danish. But let's start by looking at Now We Cook, the Crucian Food Bible. There we go. So, Red Grout, we call it, I always call it Red Grout, of course, there it is. And as you can see, this dessert of Danish origin is known locally as Red Grout and is made from sago. Sago is not easily obtained in St. Croix now, so quick tapioca is substitute. So, we used to use something that was readily available and is no longer, which tells you how long this dessert has been around on St. Croix. And the colored juice of the prickly pear cactus. The flavor is guava, and the dessert is chilled in a mold and served with cream sauce. So there are the ingredients: prickly pear fruits, water, ripe guava, sugar, tapioca, since we can't really get sago. I've never had raisins in my Red Grout, but this must be the old-fashioned way of doing it. Cup of prunes, pitted and chopped, and a pinch of salt. Perhaps I have had it and just didn't realize it. But that's not what got me. That's not what got me. As I was flipping through these pages and looking at the Danish influence, Red Grout meant okay. And there it is. Look at that, my friends. Look at that. If you've ever wondered where Red Grout has come from, why we call it Red Grout, it's because in Danish it's Red Grout, and that means red fruit pudding with cream. Red Grout med flø. Red Grout. Okay, so we have to adapt even the names that were given to us. So this is what traditional Red Grout in Denmark looks like. And if the Danes came down to colonize and they're looking for this dessert, what did our foremothers do? The ones in charge of the kitchen. They found and they made a way. Look at what's originally in the dessert. 1.5 pounds of raspberries. Strawberries are a combination of the two. You know that we do not grow raspberries and strawberries in that type of abundance or at all in the Virgin Islands. But naturally growing raspberries and strawberries, not indigenous to St. Croix or any of the Virgin Islands. So this is what the Danes were used to. They use raspberries and strawberries, sugar, arrowroot powder, that's to help thicken it and make it like a pudding, cold water, slivered almonds, and light cream. We took a dessert that the Danes wanted to have there in their new colonized space. And they didn't ask questions. They didn't say, here are some strawberries, here's some raspberries. They were like, this is what we want. How can you make it? Well, how do you make something when you don't have these types of ingredients? You use the ingenuity that our foremothers did, okay? And so they took the reddest fruits, natural reddish fruits that they could, to make and replicate this dessert. The dessert is served with a cream sauce, and Miss McKay shows you how to do the cream. And I don't see anything in here that's related to raisins or prunes, but perhaps to get the richness that comes from really truly fresh ripe red berries, perhaps they added that to give that boost of sugar or flavor. Or maybe, again, this is about necessity. We got to make this thing work. What's missing versus what do we have? So that's your little history for the day. You now know the origin of Red Grout, otherwise known in Danish as Red Grout. But if you're trying to bring something unique and traditional to the dessert table for your Thanksgiving and you want to celebrate your heritage, go ahead and try some Red Grout. Why not? You can certainly find prickly pears in the international market. Prickly pear, the juice of it is not so much, it's good, but it's really more about the color. You see, you only need one. So we're not looking for prickly pear flavor per se in here, which is very mild anyway. And if you cannot find the prickly pears, then it says use the red food color. You should certainly be able to find some guavas in the international market. And the rest, again, you can get anywhere, even the ingredients for the. So there you have it, my friends and family and lovelies. If you want to bring something traditionally Crucian to your dessert table for Thanksgiving, you want to reach back to our Danish roots, and have a little story to tell at the Thanksgiving table, why not make some Red Grout for dessert, okay? It's delicious. The kids will love it. And you've got some flexibility in here. I'm not even entirely sure if it's necessary that you have a half cup of raisins or prunes. I, again, admit that in all the years that I've eaten Red Grout, don't remember tasting these things. But if you want to follow the recipe to the true letter, go ahead and do it, because it can't hurt. It can only be delicious, right? Raisins and prunes are sweet and delicious, and why not? But there it is, the actual connection to our heritage as it relates to the Danish blood and influence that runs through us. And once again, an amazing example of how our foremothers use their ingenuity, their smarts, and their culinary expertise. And despite not having the ingredients, they found a way. And not only did they found a way, it is a way that has remained on our island for several hundred years, I would certainly project. We still eat it to this day. So give it a try. It can't hurt. I wish everybody the best for Thanksgiving. Be thankful for all that you have. I'm grateful for so many things, being Crucian one of them, but also thankful to all of you who take the time to watch this channel. Happy Thanksgiving and all the best to you and your family.